They've got 8. Edwards the other way, trying to work his way in. Caldwell Pope will meet him. 2 or younger. Only 3 others have done it. And watch it again.
Right there. That was almost a proposal. I don't know what Reggie Jackson was doing down there, if he's proposing or not, but...
When I saw the news that Rudy Gobert would be out, I thought, okay, this will be even more interesting. But what happened, not even the craziest Wolves fan would imagine. This team opened up a lead of more than 30 points. This is completely insane. Your subscription to me is extremely important, so subscribe to the channel and help me continue creating content here. Let's get back to the video. No one imagined this, absolutely no one. After the first game, we all expected an even stronger Denver, with a defense working much better and a more aggressive offense. Okay, Denver's defense is very good, but their offense is even better. We all know the attacking power this team has, but in this game too, the offense didn't work. Please don't tell me that. We need to praise Minnesota's excellent and very strong defense. It made things very difficult for Denver.
Knocked it away again. Jokic sticking with it, but couldn't get it. And a rebound for
of one-on-one post defense here. A couple block shots, you use your body.
Minnesota had 11 steals compared to 6 from the Nuggets, along with incredible 12 blocks against 6 from the Nuggets. Denver had a poor field goal percentage, with only 9 shots made out of 30 attempts, shooting 30% from three-point range. 20-53 for 2-point shots, reaching only 37% shooting from mid-range. These numbers are not by chance. Minnesota's defense worked in a practically impeccable way, of course. We all believed that this game would be tough and very close, and in one of my last videos on the channel, I said that it would be a huge surprise if this series ended in 4 or 5 games. But no one imagined that Minnesota would win both games at the Nuggets' home and having a real chance to do to Denver what it did to Phoenix. Of course, they can turn this series around. They are fully capable of that, but let's speak some truths. Since last year's playoffs, we have not seen Denver come back from a 2-0 deficit. I have seen this team turn around long scores, including the game against the Lakers, but we haven't had the opportunity to see this team turn around a series after being down 2-0. And why is that? Because Denver simply crushed all its opponents until the title last season. So seeing Denver getting beaten by the Wolves is completely out of the ordinary. But we all knew that this game would be an early final. So if there is a team today that can really thwart Denver's plans, that team is the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Jokic has got 6.
Look at this, here we go again.
With another turnover, Edwards the other way. It is amazing. So Minnesota producing all the offense they want.
Quick hands right there, throwing it ahead. Clear the runway. Anthony Edwards is coming.
Anthony Edwards has been playing very, very well. And in my opinion, he is the MVP of these playoffs so far, but we need to talk about this team overall. Rudy Gobert scored his 6 points and grabbed 13 rebounds in Game 1. Offensively, he was below par, but defensively, he was incredible, helping his team stop the reigning champions' offense and marking Jokic very well. He will probably return for Game 3. Denver suffered without Rudy Gobert. Imagine when he comes back. Karl Anthony Towns in this game, too, was a key piece for the Wolves' victory, with his 27 points, 3 three-pointers, 12 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks, shooting 67% from the field. We can't fail to mention him, of course. Anthony Edwards came through with his 27 points, 7 assists, 2 steals. Defensively, everyone was stealing balls or blocking shots. Completely impressive. Now, just a little break for this play. What happened to Reggie Jackson? Anthony Edwards is tearing up these playoffs?
3 others have done it, and watch it again.
Right there. That was almost a proposal. I don't know what Reggie Jackson was doing down there, if he's proposing or not, but...
But for me, without a doubt, the names of this game, too, were Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The way these guys committed themselves to the team on defense was not normal. They both combined for 7 blocks, 4 from Reid and 3 blocks from Nickeil Alexander. It seems like they only think about one thing, the NBA title. Reid was impeccable, completely fair for him to be the best 6th man of the league this season. Reid hit 4 three-pointers out of 8 attempts, 4 blocks, including this great block on Jamal Murray, 1 steal in a simply amazing performance. This team is playing like hungry wolves, completely focused on this title. Alexander Walker seemed to be smiling while defending. What's up with that, man? With his 14 points, he had a completely crazy defensive performance. With 6 rebounds and 3 blocks along with 4 three-pointers, he seemed like a tick. He marked constantly and tirelessly. Denver probably found its kryptonite. I know, I can't say that. But we're not sure about this team's recovery strength because we haven't seen this team suffer a 2. 0 deficit since they were champions last season. The reigning champions are on the ropes, but they haven't fallen yet. Let's see Denver's strength if they will be able to turn this series around. But in my humble opinion, as I said before this series started, this job won't be easy for Denver, and well, it's not being easy at all. Well, now it's twice as hard. Literally 2-0 Wolves so far. If you've watched the video up to this point, don't forget to subscribe and leave your opinion in the comments. In my last video, I talked about this series and I said that things wouldn't be easy for the Knicks. Well, they weren't. The margin on the scoreboard was very close, but I also said that they were favorites. The Pacers did a good job during the game. They had good moments, good rebounds, and good defense, but they didn't count on one person. Jalen Brunson.
Brunson shifty, looking for contact. Brunson got it.
If I said that Anthony Edwards is the MVP of these playoffs so far, what can I say about Jalen Brunson? Look, this competition is very tough because Jalen Brunson reached a historic mark. He reached 210 points in the last 5 games of these playoffs, the highest number in 5 games since Michael Jordan. Simply that. Jalen Brunson, the best player in the Eastern Conference so far. Could we see a final between Wolves versus Knicks? Okay. It's way too early for that. Let's see what will happen. But so far, these teams are on a higher level. We still have Boston, which of course cannot be ruled out under any circumstances. Analyzing the Knicks versus Pacers game, an interesting thing needs to be mentioned. Knicks fans are excited about this team, which is certainly the best in recent years. But in my opinion, the characteristic that can take this team to a conference final and maybe even the NBA final is the incredible ability to not rush. And the fact that this team does not lose its head. It happened against Philadelphia, and it also happened against the Pacers in this game one. I'll tell you exactly what I felt watching this game. At some point, this team switches gears, goes from first gear to second, third, fourth, and doesn't stop. And the opposing team feels this and feels it for real. The opposing team plays, tries, and makes an effort, but they know that the Knicks will overpower them and will turn the game around. It's incredible because it happened against Philadelphia too. Philadelphia was winning by 9 points when this team started to grow. Philadelphia's team seemed to feel it. Even playing at home, there was nothing to be done. So if your team is going to face the Knicks, well, I'm sorry, but this is their moment. They will grow like an avalanche and nothing can stop them. Let's talk a little about the statistics of this game. Knicks had a real advantage in three-pointers with 11-23 shooting, with a shooting percentage of 47% against 38% from the Pacers. Knicks were superior in rebounds, 40 against 32 from the Pacers, being superior both in defensive rebounds, 32-25, and in offensive rebounds, 8-7. However, Pacers were better in steals and blocks, 9-5 for the Pacers in steals and 5-4 in blocks. The distance on the scoreboard was only 4 points, showing how close this game one was. Knicks have a better team. This series will be close. But because of the Knicks' strong recovery characteristic, I believe that only the Knicks can win a game by more than 10 points.
Sitting on 40. Kicks it, DiVincenzo, three-pointer. Down it goes!
But this game one reflects well what this series will be like. Difficult for both sides. But as long as Jalen Brunson is playing at this level, things tend to favor the Knicks.
And now Nembhard on Brunson. Three-pointer flies, and Brunson rips the cords, makes it a 2-point game.
On his former teammate, Siakam.
7-0 run. Knicks lead by 2. Brunson over Nembhard. Cash it in.
If you watched this video up to here, thank you very much. And don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your opinion here in the comments. Until next time.